Final Fantasy VII is a 1997 RPG developed by Square for the original PlayStation. It has sold over 14 million copies worldwide and is considered one of the most influential games ever made. But did you know it was originally being made for the Super Famicom? While we never get to see the original Famicom version, we can, however, play it via the unlicensed Demake. For those who don't know, a Demake is basically a remake of a modern game made for an older platform. For our first Demake video, we chose Final Fantasy VII, as it is unbelievable how much of the original game was converted to this version. The Final Fantasy VII Demake was developed and published by Shenzhen Nanjing Technology for the Subor console. Never heard of it? We don't blame you. That's because this is a Chinese company and the console Subor is a clone of Nintendo's NES system, and they are also a Chinese company known as Subor Culture Development. They can't be that bad though if they had Jackie Chan promoting them and making commercials. Heck, they even had Linus do an early review on their Subor Z Plus console 4 years ago before the company went bankrupt. But enough about them. Let's get back to Final Fantasy VII, which my friend considers to be the greatest game of all time. The Demake version is special. It is known as Final Fantasy VII Advent Children on the box and the manual, but it is not related to the film. Released in 2005, it brings in many of the elements that we see in the original game. The entire game is in Chinese and the graphics are of course 8-bit, with copies of sprites of other Final Fantasy games from the NES. Cloud Sprite is the fighter sprite from the first Final Fantasy game, but with yellow hair. Sephiroth's final form, known as Safer Sephiroth, is a copy of Final Fantasy III's final boss, the Cloud of Darkness. Sadly, there are no limit breaks or summons. There are also no secret, hidden, or optional players like Vincent and Yuffie, and most of the side quests are missing. There are only 6 healing items and materia is severely limited. The entire original story remains in the game. Most of the game occurs within Midgard for the first act, and the world map can be freely explored with the exception of water or mountains. The soundtrack is a mix of Final Fantasy II and Final Fantasy III, and the victory theme is an 8-bit version of the Final Fantasy VII victory theme. Players can also ride emu-like chocobos and vehicles, but the usage is limited, and you cannot breed chocobos. The game is also extremely difficult as random encounters are pretty much multiplied compared to the original game, and the battles can take a very long time to finish. Each character brings 1 materia into the party when they join, carrying 1 spell that can be used in combat. The final battle takes place after completing North Cave. In 2008, an upgrade project by Lynn Blum translated all dialogue, character names, enemy names, equipment names, item descriptions, menu text, and battle text. This update made font improvements and had spell graphics changed, and the game was rebalanced to make the gameplay faster and easier. Players could also run by holding B while moving, and chocobo music plays when you ride a chocobo. Lindblom also made the songs Those Chosen by the Planet and Ahead on Our Way. Both of these songs are used in the game. And amazingly, the developer also created a weapon shop that allows you to purchase weapons. Other developers have added more details and features to this game. CHPEXO created the title screen logo. The developer also created mugshots for the main characters Yuffie, Marlene, Priscilla, and Sephiroth. They also created a song called Underneath the Rotting Pizza. Along with the help of Vivify93, they also made Tifa, Cloud, and Aerith's battle stand sprites. Dizzy 9 fixed issues with HP restoring when leveling up and altered the Phoenix Down item. The developer also fixed the enemy difficulty setting issue with the world map. They also fixed the issue with the Nestopia emulator not working with the game and added new battle animations to the battle system. Keith is Good created the ending dialogue for this game and the dialogue for Shara while she was explaining what occurred with Sid and the Rocket. Dark Mew 5 made the improvement to Red 13's original battle stance sprite. But the last major update was done by Lugia 2009 in 2014. Lugia added Kate Sif back into the game, added 8 optional bosses to the game with the events that go along with them and a nice reward for defeating them. Lugia also altered the map graphics and the world map was redone to align better with the PS1 version of the game. All character and NPC sprites were replaced, plus the developer made the magic, damage, and item sprites for the characters. Item descriptions were rewritten, a better ending was added that included ending screens based on the ending in the PS1 version. Remade the stat growths for the characters, enemies, and bosses. Lugia also added a magic shop, a weapon shop, and an item shop to Shinra HQ. This developer also added more than 20 songs to the game. Final Fantasy VII Advent Children is a definite must-play for fans of the series. As far as the Demake goes, the game gets a score of 8 out of 10 based on the updates made to improve the game. The rating system score is based on gameplay, similarities, story, availability, and graphics. Just missing the mark due to the exclusion of limit breaks, summons, and the 2 side characters Yuffie and Vincent, which are important parts of the game. The ROM is also not so simple as it does have to be patched to be able to play. The fact that there are little to no bugs as well is a big part of how good this Demake is. This game can be played on any Famicom system or on the NES using an adapter. It has a unique cartridge that looks nothing like the licensed Famicom cartridges. The Lugia 2009 English patch will be left in the description. Make sure to write either Elden Ring, Bloodborne, or Cyberpunk on the comments and the most voted will be selected for our next Demake video. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe to help our channel grow. While you're at it, check out our other playlists for more content like this at Game Circle TV.